All right, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Let's get on to it. Alphanet's here. My own grief is as a crushing weight upon my heart. When I think of what Yada must be feeling, Pepamayo's sacrifice cannot be in vain. We will find the means to deal with this primal. Alright, so we definitely got to do a primal. All I want to do is weep, but right now we need to hold back the tears and do what must be done. Alright, Alize, the obvious solution, and we get another orchestra roll. The interminable wait for news from Gardania seems to be taking its toll on Alize. Tickman, I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in the East Shroud seems largely unchanged. Meaning we still have no idea how long it will be before. A communication from the Alliance. One moment. Yes, of course. Our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gardania. Council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the primal? Of course. As of Shoda's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall, unchanged. Yes, but the elder sees still. Doubtlessly shares our concerns about how long it will remain so. I am told that Sid Garlean has been called in to add his experience to proceedings. A wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stones in Tanaru's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Stand. Alright, looks like we're out of here. Did it actually take me out? Shall be walking. I'm going to bet it did not. Oh, what is this? Got a new player on the field?
A word, if you would, good sir. This place, it is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay, Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Did not answer his question.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
See? That's my thought exactly.
Hey? Yes? You're in Eorzea?
This is why you gotta listen to the questions being asked. My girl does that all the time. She'll dance around the answer instead of just answering it.
Ah! A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port. Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Snap. Sounded like a bird when he did that.
Good God, man. Are you all right?
Maybe he should empty his belly.
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
Where we at? Where we at? Where we going? Speak with the silent conjurer at the altar. So to the Black Shrouds we go. Let's go speak with this altar person. Jump, 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 jump. That's what we doing. We here? We are here. Novice's altar is a place of contemplation. Visitor asks to refrain from creating a disturbance. Silent conjurer, let me in. Welcome, warrior of light. This way, if you please.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice-damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
Interesting.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon, of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment. Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the Primal is awake, then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
Him again.
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Who is this man?
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega. Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanal since the Allegans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it. I'm sorry? Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity. And as luck would have it, I'm graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years, studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame? Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allegans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartano while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allegans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
No. No. But I keep an eye on him. I don't trust him. He's up to something.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice. Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Looks like you got to.
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Carteneau and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Carteneau being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
My blade is yours.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
Looks like it's settled in. We're heading out on an expedition. Well, that was rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions. Not least among them, how Nero chanced to learn of the council meeting in the first place. That's it. Obvious solution is done. So we'll go ahead and complete that. Where are we at? Let's head back to the room. And let's see what this roll is all about. While we got it. Let's see. Round 2. Place an armory chest. Place an armory chest. Tower to the end room. As you can see, I'm level 69, almost 70. Almost there. Anything upgrade? Nope. And our orchestra roll, which is still Reason. See if we can't find this thing now. There we go. See a little better. Dungeons, no. Raids. Up there. Still Reason. Let's listen for a minute, see if we like it. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. But anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Last tick, and we'll be back tomorrow with our next mystery quest. Until then, y'all take care.